Statistics has continually shown that Port Harcourt remains one of the best cities to invest in real estate in Nigeria. However, in order to win in this market, it is very important you arm yourself with the trends of the market and also know exactly where the market stands at this point, so as to ensure that you are investing in the right place and also maximizing your profit in your real estate investment. In this video, I'm going to be giving you deep insight on the trends in the Port Harcourt real estate market in 2024. Let's get right into the video. Now, the first thing to always consider in any real estate market to ensure you are making the right move and also win in the market is to look at the demand and the supply balance. Of course, just as every economic factor, whenever there is high demand and low supply, there is always increased profitability and increased returns for every investor in that sector. And if there is high supply and very low demand, of course, there is going to be a stagnant period of profitability for investors in that sector. Now, what is the demand and the supply balance of Port Harcourt looking like? Just like every other sector, there are areas in Port Harcourt that have very high demand and low supply, making that area high in profitability, high in rental value, and also high in return on investment for investors in that area. While there are other areas that are very low in demand, making those areas bit shaky for maximum profit investing in that location. Now, what is making these areas high in demand? One, usually the strategic nature of the location. These locations are usually in the city centers and also have access to good infrastructure, security, and constant power supply. These locations also have proximity to transportation services and transportation hubs. Another thing you would see in these locations is that there are presence of many multinational companies, establishments, and industries usually in these locations, and there is always very high commercial activities happening in these locations. Of course, there are always high availability of social amenities because these locations always bring in money to the economy, and of course the government always wants to maintain high availability of social amenities, good infrastructure, good road networks all around this area. There is always improved security. These areas are usually very secured and have very constant power supply. Now, because of all of those things, anytime someone wants to live in a place that is very comfortable and secured, these high in demand locations are the first place they go to. In fact, that is where they want to stay because of everything they have to enjoy in these locations. Now, what is the implication of this? It makes properties in that location very high in rental value because of the high demand, and of course there will be low supply. The second thing you would see is that there is always very low vacancy rate in these locations. Properties in that location give very high return on investment for the investors or the owners of the properties in that location, and this return on investment usually increase on a yearly basis. For instance, one of these locations, Woji, recorded a 10% return on investment in 2022 for rental properties, but in the year 2023 it increased to 15% return on investment on average for rental properties. Now, in this year 2024, most of these rental properties are going to increase in 20% return on investment on average for the rental property. Now, what are these locations? One is Woji, the second is Eneka, Port Harcourt, third is Elios, and the neighboring locations by extension, that is Elios, Rumpoku, Igritali. The next location on this category is the Odili Road and off Odili Road axis, that is Peter Odili, Okuru Road, Abuloma Road, and by extension Fimiama and the rest. These are the high in demand locations. Now, there are still locations that are not very high in demand. Why? Because there is limited supply or availability of social amenities. There is very low security on these locations, and not so constant power supply. These locations are usually low budget locations for rental properties, and of course they are usually very low in demand because an average renter in Port Harcourt would not want to live in a place where there is no much security if they can. What you usually see in these areas are limited availability of amenities, and of course because of the low demand there is very low rental value for properties in that location. There is high vacancy rates and of course very low return on investment for investors. You need to put into consideration these locations because these locations are what fuels the return on investment you get. If there is demand in this location, of course there is going to be a high return on investment for you, the investor, in these locations. So if you're looking to invest for profit, you should be looking at investing in these locations that have very high rental value and also low vacancy rate. Now, the third thing that you would also see in the current trend are the recent innovations in the real estate construction. Now, it's not just about having a property in high in demand location. Do they fit the recent need of the consumers, that is the renters of this property? Innovations like smart homes are things that are now becoming a trend and high need for renters. So as you're having a property in this high in demand location, also look into suiting the particular need that is in demand. The average renter right now wants somewhere that is very spacious and also have all their rooms en suite. You want to consider improving or putting into your rental property so as to ensure you get the highest yield that property can give you. Hope you got value from this video. If you did, do hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel for more informative insights like this about the real estate market in Port Harcourt. Hi, I am Josie Nnadi, your real estate therapist and your number one trusted real estate partner right here in the city of Port Harcourt. So if you're looking to invest in Port Harcourt smoothly without stress, do well to reach out to us on 081 2055 2218. Let's discuss further. Until I come your way again, have a beautiful day ahead and bye bye.